Good evening, all, and welcome to the Tactical Devils. Okay, so here's the deal. This is not TikTok. You can't just drop in, watch 2 minutes, and then disappear. This is a real footballing channel, real football talk. It's long form, it's deep tactics, and it's a proper debate between Stu and me and the guest that comes on. And it only works if you stay with us. So here's my challenge to you. Stick around. Jump in the chat, test your ideas, learn something, and talk like human beings. This is not reels. And if you feel that itch just to scroll, no hard feelings. There's plenty of clips and fast dopamine out there. Reels, TikTok, all of that, Instagram. But if you care about United, and if you want to think a little bit deeper, and if you want a real community, no noise, you are in the right place. So we got you. So welcome to Tactical Devils. Tonight's show, we're going to talk about the Crystal Palace preview. There are some updates about Ederson. Cunha is back. We are linked to Michael Olise. And there are some updates about Xerxes and Roma. But the main topic will be the preview of Man United and Crystal Palace. Can Amarim come back and revenge himself, prove himself? Can the players prove themselves? We can't keep going on like this. So, guys, girls, get ready for a smashing show. So I will just play the intro, and I will see you guys in a sec. Boom, 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 boom. And the Tactical Devils are live. It's Thursday night, 9 p.m. And we are doing the Crystal Palace Manchester United preview. We are a little bit down because we lost against Everton 1-0 at home against 10 men on Old Trafford. There was a dreadful performance. And the question is, can United come back? Are we the comeback kids? Can we fight again? Or will we just roll down and die? So for me now, we are going to talk about this. Can Man United actually do this? Can we go against Crystal Palace's Oliver Glasner? He plays the same type of tactics as Amarim, the 3-4-2-1 formation. It's a little bit of an extra tweak. Oliver Glasner, it's a more balanced team, I would say. But we will come into all of that, and I will show you guys the tactical board and my thoughts on Oliver Glasner after we have talked a little bit to Stu and you guys in the chat.
Well, what we all... Oh, what a day, mate. What a day. Can't wait till Christmas. I really can't. Nice 2-week break. Looking forward to it. No pissing about with work. Bothering about moving house. Just... a break. I'm so looking forward to it. Yeah, weekends. It's hard to know what to say. It's still quite hard to know how to feel about the loss on Monday night. I watched it again, and our whole attitude coming out the gate was wrong. Our approach play was wrong. Our in-game management was wrong. Everything about it was just wrong. And you don't want to lose against Everton at home and then have to go away at Palace at 12 o'clock on a Sunday fucking morning. It's just, it really is ridiculous. It's annoying for many reasons. People with families want to take the kids out shopping. If you've got young children, Santa Claus is coming around the corner. Everything is conspiring against us football fans at the moment. I'm coaching Sunday afternoon because I can't play this weekend because of the old ankle, so I'm coaching, helping my brother's team out. It's one I'm not looking forward to. It's one I think I don't see us being able to win. That's my problem. Unless Amarim changes, and he's got to change, because I just don't know. I just don't know how we're going to go to Palace and beat Glasner at his own game. when, as you quite rightly say, he's got a more balanced team than us. He's got players who want it more, who have more desire than us, who are willing to run further than us, who are willing to tackle harder than us, who are willing to take chances in front of goal and at the back to win games of football, which we don't do. So, yeah, obviously I'll give you my thoughts when we go through the tactics, and maybe we need to look at changing it. And I think he's got to do something, but I fear the worst, unfortunately.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, for me, it's Amarim. He has to prove it for us. His in-game management. He needs to improve drastically. The players needs to improve drastically. They need to come out, show some fights, give us something, because we are, as a fan base, deflated. We have nothing more to give. We have been going through this dross now for 2 seasons. This is the 3rd season in a row. We are deflated. We have no fight left. So we need the players to go in and help us. I think we are at the stage now where a lot of us Man United fans, me included, are actually not looking forward to the game. We are getting sick of thinking of it, and we are losing our love for football. Watching these guys coming out week after week and performing like this. We sit 10th or 11th. I'm not quite sure at the moment.
I think it's 10th, but either way, 10th.
And another loss, we'll probably drop down to 13, maybe 14th place, and we're at it again. It's rinse and repeat of last season and the year before with Ten Hag. We won an FA Cup. They papered over the cracks, but again, we came in 8th. It was a 9th. I don't remember. It was a terrible, terrible season. And Amarim last season, there was nothing. There was nothing. And this squad of players, they come in week after week. 2 times a week last season. they couldn't perform even then. So where's the light at the end of the tunnel? Where's the improvement? Where's the progress? Where's the things that we, Stu and I, you guys are looking for? Give us something to hang our hats on. We need something to keep on going, supporting this team. So for me now, I think it's a really, really important game for this manager. It's a really important game for the players, and it's a really important game for Ineos, because if Amarim loses now, I think it will something will happen. I don't think he will get the sack. I think he's safe for now. We had 5 games on, and suddenly that's enough for us, for everybody to feel happy. But I'm not. I'm getting more and more angry the more I think of the Grimsby game, the Everton game, and all the dreadful games I've seen, and the poor performances on the pitch. We are clinging on to XG, and we are clinging on to things that's not even real. It's just stats, and we need to see a performance. I need to see players go out there, express themselves, do their job, go into tackles, smash into tackles, show us that you want to bleed for the Man United badge. This is where I'm at the moment. So, Stu, I don't know where you are.
I'm with you on a very stupid response to that. Numbnuts here didn't, but Numbnuts went to watch the lads, as I always do, on a Wednesday if I can't play. Took my boots with me. I'm fucking hobbling. Mate, I'm hobbling.
Yeah.
I take my boots with me. I didn't put them on. I didn't put them out. But I'm watching lads and I'm thinking, fuck, I just want to be out there. Yeah. And I'm talking a Wednesday night kickabout in an open age group league. That's all I'm thinking about. And I think I want to be out there. I want to play this weekend. I don't think I can, but I want to. If I can strap it up on, tomorrow night and walk around properly with it, Jarvis, I might play the weekend, because I'm not stupid. But I'm stupid because I love football. I just want to play all the time. I'm an idiot at 55. I'll be 56 in February, and I'll still be playing.
Yeah.
I'm an absolute moron. I know I'm a moron, but I this is what I can't get. This is where my frustration, Jarvis, boils, and I can't get rid of this frustration and the anger, and how much I would fucking strangle every single one of these players for what they did on Monday night and how they approached the game on Monday night. Why can all of us in this chat, the Devilish Tacticos, Nuruddin's channel, Mick's channel, all the channels out there are telling Amarim,
Rich, all of them, Sean, Samix,
change your fucking system. We've got 2 proper fullbacks in our squad. Diogo Dalot, whether we hate him or not, he's a proper fullback. Luke Shaw, proper fullback. We know they're not good enough. I get it, but they're still proper fullbacks. But instead, we're playing wing backs that aren't suited to playing wing backs. Everybody knows this. Everybody. Yeah. And yet, people are asking us to believe, the hardworking fans, the season ticket holders, the fans that are desperate like you, Jarvis, to come over to Old Trafford and watch the lads play.
Yes.
You would be desperate to do that, and I get it. I love that about you, mate. That even tomorrow, if I said to you, here's a ticket, you'd be on the plane. I love that about you. But so would everybody in the chat, and it fucking annoys me so much. I'm seething with rage over it. And I don't understand why Amarim can't see what's going on in front of his eyes, why he can't understand what's unfolding in front of his eyes, why the players don't get what's unfolding in front of their eyes. It's impossible to win every single game, but it's more possible to draw a game. It really is. You've got better chances of drawing a game of football than you have winning.
Yeah.
You really do. We don't even do that. Paul, you're right. I'm not saying Dalot's great. I'm just saying he's a natural fallback. That's all I was getting. That's all I was saying, mate. I'm not disagreeing with anybody. I want them gone just like everybody else, Paul. But I was just making that point that he's a natural fullback. And so,
yes, by the way,
what I want on Sunday is what you want and what everybody else wants. Just fucking show me something. Just show me you're willing to go and get your leg bust. To win a 50-50. You're willing to get your nose broke for a 50-50 in the area, in the opposition area.
I would love all the players to look like Steve Brucey did back in the days, with the crooked nose. Went in every directions because you go in nose first. You're not afraid. You're not afraid to take a hit. Yeah.
Martin Buchan, ugly fucker. Gordon McQueen, ugly fucker.
What we get in response from the players is fucking Instagram posts all the time. Another Instagram post from Ahmad today. Please shut your mouth. For me, I'm sick of hearing the excuses. You have to prove it on the pitch, or else forget about it. It's all about coming into the game and doing a job, and not putting in a miserable performance like they did against Everton, like Grimsby, like the first Europa League final. I can't take it anymore. I can't.
No. Take it. So in summing up, Jamie Wayne, I saw your message earlier. Get on the fucking show and moan as much as you fucking like, pal, because we've got nowhere else left to go. We're all at rock bottom. There's nowhere left to go, pal. So get on and Wayne and moan as much as you like, Jamie. Honestly. Malpa here says, like, I still haven't recovered from the Everton result. I mean, what the fuck? At home against 10 Man City. He's absolutely right. He's right. I made that. I made that point, Malpa, didn't I, Jarvis, about Shaw still there. Gotta go. I love Maguire. Gotta go.
Yeah.
Bruno. Gotta go. I'm just.
I think you're right. Sorry for starting the show on a little bit negative end, but I think it's important to get the frustration out, and I think we should be able to do that. I think the fan base now, we all feel the same. None of us want to go against Palace on Sunday. We all feel it take a really bad turn. So this is where we are at the moment. So coming into this and like trying to analyze the game and trying to figure out what to do. I watched the first half now of Strasbourg against Palace. I think Palace looks like a solid team, and they play a lot of their best players at the moment. So maybe we will have an edge because they play Thursday night and then Sunday Sunday early start. I think it's 12 p.m. 12 kickoff. Isn't it, Stu? It's an early, or is it one?
So I think it's as close as 12, isn't it? I think it's ridiculous time.
On a Sunday.
Look, can you bookmark this? Can you bookmark that? We'll never see that again. I'm tempted to take a picture of that one, Trev. Thank you, mate. We'll never
People clip this. Clip Trevor Wade.
Get on TikTok. As Jarvis says, get it on TikTok. Let's just have a quick look. I'll tell you what I like about Palace, and we'll go through it in a minute. I'll tell you what I do like about them. And we do play the same system.
Okay, it's 12 sharp, 12 p.m.
It is. I thought it was 12. Yeah, I thought it was 12. Is that they utilise when he needs to, he'll go 5 at the back, and he don't care. Glasner, he does not care. I'll go 5 at the back. I don't care. And do you know why? Because they got Mateta up front. And what did Barry do? I know I'll keep going on about Barry. I wasn't overly impressed with him, but I was impressed with his hold-up play, which I've been talking about for months, haven't I, Jarvis? He held the ball up, allowed Everton to get up the pitch. What's Mateta going to do? That's all he's going to do. Is I'm going to hold the ball up. That's why you really could do with going in with 2 against him and having 2 fullbacks rather than allowing Mateta to manipulate. I'm not saying Delict's easily manipulated in that position, because I don't think that he is. But Barry did get the better of him, didn't he?
Barry played a brilliant game. You know, he occupied 3 centre backs by himself.
Shot my life out of me, pal.
One guy occupied 3 centre backs. Imagine. I still can't imagine what De Ligt and Euro and Luke Shaw was actually thinking. You know, it's just one guy, and he had no goal threat. He was just like a beacon of a break for Everton every time he received the ball, and it took out all of them by himself. You know, he played a hell of a match.
What do you think Mateta's going to do?
He will bully us. He will bully us.
That's the thing. What the hell's Mateta going to do? I'll tell you what Mateta's going to do that Barry couldn't do. Mateta's going to get the ball, he's going to turn, and he's going to drive at you. He's just going to get his fucking head down, blinkers on, laser beam. What was it? Tractor beam. Tractor
beam.
And he's going to go. He's just going to go. He's going to be like Forrest Gump. He's going to get in there and he's going to do something. And that's hugely interesting for me. If he plays, and Sarr. Now, Jarvis, you were raving about Sarr a few weeks ago when we were talking about midfielders, and you just kept going on about Sarr. Can you imagine that against us on Sunday? You've got Sarr playing well. You've got Mateta playing well. You've got Wharton probably having a decent game. You know, you've got there's so many players to pick from when it comes to this. Munoz. I can never remember. Munoz is his name. Munoz. What a player! Yeah. Decent goalkeeper. You know, we're going to really. I'm so sorry.
Henderson. Yeah, but you know, if you go through Crystal Palace's stats, their best 3 players for the season, Munoz are the highest rated player of the season. They have the centre back Lacroix, or I don't know how to say his name, Lacroix, maybe. But brilliant centre back, and it's Sarr. So those are actually the 3 best players this season for Crystal Palace. We all you know, rave about Gehi and Wharton, but I think we have other issues. You know, we got to look out. And Mateta, you know, Mateta is such.
We often talk about the spine, don't we, Jarvis? And you just said it there. Henderson, Gehi, Wharton, Mateta.
Yeah,
that is their spine. And then you've got players that dotted around and know exactly what they're supposed to do, exactly know where the position is, know what they've got to do when they get the ball, know when to release the football, know when to break, know when to defend, know when to come together as a tight group in the middle, know when to spread the defensive line when we're under attack. That is the fundamentals basics of football, as you well know, Jarvis, and that's what they're doing. And it's the old crocodile's diaphragm, Jarvis.
Yeah.
In, out, in, out, in, out. You're just breathing. You subtract the pitch, elongate the pitch. That's all you do in football. And they do it brilliantly. Seriously, they do it fucking brilliantly. I love that they do. I like watching Palace. That's what's annoying me.
Yeah, they played a brilliant game in the Charity Shield against City, the FA Cup final, and they show up in big games also. So I think Oliver Glasner, you should never underestimate a player, a manager like Oliver Glasner. I think he knows his stuff really well. I think he has get a right tune out of this Crystal Palace team, and people got to realize Crystal Palace don't have the highest budget. They have one aim every season, and that is to stay up in the Premier League.
Yeah, that's all they're interested in.
They're a small club. Yeah. No one talks about them, but they always punch from below. They are the bogus
Jarvis. Yeah,
uppercuts, real uppercuts. They are the bogus team for Manchester City. They've been for years, and we could easily explain it with Olise and Essay, but. There are more to this team than just individual brilliance, and people gotta start realizing this. They gotta start realizing this. So, what are the chats saying? Because if I look a little bit preoccupied, I was just setting up the tactical board.
Yeah, look, there's a lot of people are agreeing with us in what we're saying. Trev was correct. Mainly when he came on, wasn't interested, unprofessional for me. It didn't look great at all. Jamie's talking about against Shaw, Mateta will make a sandwich on the way past him. Absolutely, I totally agree with that. Tyrone, knowledgeable as always, comes in. What was allowed time and space? They'll pick us apart. Munoz is what we were talking about. Macy J. We're going to call you Macy J anyway. It's funny that the 3 wins were a boost that the players were trying to spark the coach to start working. Absolutely, I'll agree with that one. What else have we got? Mark is saying, "Let's go, Jarvis and Stu." Thank you, buddy.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you.
Mark glazes out. Big up, Mark. I love that name.
Quick question for you, Jarvis, before we go into it. How much is 3-4-3 a straight? Which is a 3-4-3 straight jacket. Subs change nothing because they're just like for like or requiring musical chairs of players around the pitch. Plus, So I think what he said, Look, I don't think we need to move away from 3-4-3. I was an advocate of 3-5-2. 3-5-2 offers you better balance, but we just don't have the wing backs. Quenda, by the way, was superb, wasn't he, for Sporting? Chelsea's Quenda.
Stu, can I tell you something? This just came to me in my car on my way home from job around 7 p.m. So I didn't have a lot of time to prepare, to make the thumbnail, to make the description, and read up a little bit about Palace, and then watch bits of the first half against Strasbourg. So I live a busy life, but I just want to say to you guys, it came to me because I was listening into other YouTubers, and I do that a lot of the time because we learn from each other. I learned about the new financial rule from the Muppeteers. I listened into to Adam. He talked about also the new financial rules. So you can learn. So listening into other channels, that's great. That's how the world works. But it came to me now when it comes to Ineos and the Glazers. Why did they choose a manager like Amarim? Because it's always been a conundrum for me, because you come in with a completely different style. You rip up the culture of the club, and you're creating something from scratch. And it takes a long time to do something like that, and I don't think Amarim has the time. So why did they give him the job in the first place? They have to realize they were at the stage where they probably had to sign at least 10 players, or maybe more, and 10 successful signings. And that's
Hold that thought. Jay's got a question, and you're talking about you're answering now his question.
Yes, yes.
So I thought.
If you don't have the place, so for me, we hire this new guy. It's not Kevin from Home Alone, but it's Kyle McLaughlin, or what's his name?
Yeah, we just hired him, haven't we? Carl McLaughlin. Yeah, he's come from Brighton. We got him in from Brighton.
Yeah, the Brighton guy, and
Yeah.
his thing is data analysis. He knows everything about the players and where to pick the gems in all of this. Is this where we are at the moment? Because no other team in the Premier League besides Wolves and Crystal Palace played the 3-4-3. And we are looking at specific players, the number 10s, the wing backs, centre backs who can play in the back three, and a 9 who operates as a 9.5 or a 10 or a false 9, as a lot of people like to call it. So we are looking at another market of players than Manchester City, Liverpool, Arsenal, and all these other teams. So when we do analysis and all of this, so maybe the long term is just for us to get a chance to buy gems on the cheap, so we don't have to go up against the other teams. We don't need fullbacks, we don't need regular DMs, we don't need regular number 10s, we don't need regular wingers. I don't know. Maybe this is the. I'm just speculating. Did you catch my drift?
Yes, because I'm about to throw something at you, which you already know anyway.
Please.
There's years ago, there was a guy in baseball called Bill James. You may or may not have heard of him. And Bill James totally rewrote the way that scouting in the National Baseball League, or whatever it's called, Major League Baseball, or whatever it's called, was done. And he proved through the Oakland days, he proved that you could buy a bunch of misfits on $265,000 a year and the odd $7 million player a year and build a winning team. And so much so that I think they, I don't know much about baseball, but that particular year, the Oakland A's won about 23 or 24 games in a row. I mean, it was fucking unheard of based on this numbers, and they called it Moneyball. Now, a lot of the top teams completely trashed it. You can't do it, blah, 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 blah. But yet the Oakland A's proved they could do it. Data analysis coming into football now, which we started, by the way, if you can all remember this, it was started by Big Sam Allardyce at Bolton Wanderers years and years ago. And he really brought in data analysis, into, or player analysis, into the way that they chose particular players. And they went in and they got some older players, JJ Kocher, etc., to build his team. Now, we are so data-driven in modern society. You're data-driven in everything that you do. We're data-driven even at home now. You will look at something on your mobile phone and then all of a sudden it appears on Amarim, an advert for that product appears on Amazon Prime. It's all data-driven. They want to know, what time you're picking up your mobile phone, what are you watching on your mobile phone, how long you're scrolling for, etc. And we are trying to do it in football. But stats don't always measure up to the man, and they never have done. And it's been proven time and time again that you no longer scout the player. You data scouting first before you actually go out and see him. Well, you'd be better off going out and seeing him and then data scouting him and then going out and seeing and seeing if the actual data that you've received scout, actually you can see what's happening in real life. He gets in the box 8 times a game. Well, hold on, he's only got in twice for the past 6 games. That's rubbish. Yeah. And this is where we are with it. We are losing the focus. We are losing the focus on where we're going to be and having to think in 5 to 10 years' time. I've mentioned it before. We've lost the focus of the physical eye. We don't know what we're looking at anymore when we're buying a player. We
No,
just
we have stopped thinking, and the eye test is gone. It's all about data driven, and stats can lie. You can stat pass, you can stat pad all the time. You can only play safe passes all the time. You never break any line, and you will have 99.9% pass completion. But it doesn't matter because you didn't achieve anything. So people got to realize this when it comes to stats. But we know they have different parameters, or what's it called, when it comes to data-driven analysis of players.
There's loads of parameters. We talk about XG. I'm not interested in XG. Talk about he wins 97% of his duels. Okay, what if he only had 3 duels? Wow, big fucking deal. Big fucking deal. Jarvis could do 99% or 97% chops out of 3 chops. He's only got to do 2. I mean, that's my point. My point is, so fucking what? If he's doing 20 duels a game, Jarvis, and he's on 97%, thank you. Now we're interested. You do one duel and you get 100%. Wow, big fucking deal. This is the problem with data driven. So anyway, Bilal is up in with a perler of a £5 super chat here, Jarvis.
Big up below. Should we play the
I haven't got the glasses to hand, but I think you should definitely play him the. Sorry, no, we don't.
I'll play him the.
Give him the big one. Give him the big one.
Okay, the big one. The big one.
Yeah. Yes, thanks, Bar. It's a joke. I love the joke. Luke Shaw will miss the game as it's a lunchtime kickoff. He's a hungry horse, is Luke Shaw. Great super chat as always, Bilal. Thank you so much. Your super chat's mean a lot to the channel. Jarvis, I know, has mentioned it before, and it does mean a lot to us. Yeah. Interestingly enough, Trev Collins agrees with stats are a non-entity. Totally agree. The physical and the eye test, it just.
It's funny. We are going into stats. We are getting the best players on the pitch. We are going back to Stone Age football now. It's about long ball. It's about directness. It's long throws. It's corner kicks. It's set pieces. And where's the artists in this game anymore? There's no artists in the game anymore.
We've spoken about it, haven't we, pal? We listed players galore. 1988 was littered with artists. Littered. I mean, they were everywhere, weren't they? Every international team had one. All the great clubs had 4. We had an artist. One Saber Veron. He wasn't as artistic with us as he was at Lazio, but we still had him. We still managed to attract him. Serious soccer fan YT says hello. The Soaring Eagles don't take United's aspirations. Look, we don't disagree with that, pal.
No. Are you a Palace fan? And if you are,
it's fine.
If you have any info on the team, anything that can add to the debate, please share in the live chat. So big up, serious soccer fan.
Yeah, you have a serious question. Is it lamb or pork chops? From Trev. It's a very good question, Trev.
Pork chops for me. Pork chops.
Pork chops. Yeah, but lamb with mint sauce? No?
Well.
Oh, dear me. Trev, have a word.
Pork chops. I like to just, what do you call it? The things that left in the
little crackling.
Yeah, the crackling. Yeah.
Everyone loves pork chops. Now, what else is going on? Here we go. Hussein, great to see you, pal. We are run by people who watch football through data. Look at the Everton match. It looks like we battered them. Correct. Absolutely. It's all about data. As Charlie says, you have a 99% possession. You don't even have a shot on target. What's the fucking point?
Yeah, but the thing is, I laugh when I watch some of these, not all of them, but some of these so-called tacticians. I'm not saying I'm better than anyone. I'm just saying I laugh sometimes.
You're definitely a Palace fan, or maybe not a Palace fan. You had Cleverson and Bebe. Bebe in particular is an artist.
Bebe, yes. Bebe. The story of Bebe, that's a fantastic story, by the way.
Jarvis with the Salt Bay. I think he's on about the pork chop thing, isn't
Okay,
he? I don't know how he does it yet.
Pork chops.
There is a question before we go.
Yes, yes.
Paul Tobin, question. How corrupt was Ten Hag in his transfer dealings? Because I have serious concerns about almost all of his transfers.
Well, Paul, for me to answer that quickly, I think we were run by fools. Murtaugh and Arnold didn't know what they were doing. They gave Ten Hag a insane contract, with the veto. Or was it really a veto? No one knows. And Ten Hag didn't pay the transfer sums. He didn't negotiate their wages. He didn't do all of this that they have made to ruin the club. We have been struggling with a lot of these Ten Hag players, but the shambles the club has been run through the last 20 years under the Glazers. It all started, in 2005 when they came in. After that, Ferguson, he had to fight for every signing. And even if you look at the data, if you look at the signings we did until Fergie retired, even his last couple of signings, we sold Ronaldo, we bought in Obertan, we bought in Mike Lowen, we bought in Valencia to replace, probably the best footballer in the world through times, him or Messi. So again, it all comes down to the Glazers, and we can talk about the Glazers because for me, Ed Woodward was the worst thing that happened to Man United, and he was given the freedom to ruin the club, and Joe Glazer, Avram Glazer, and all of them just sat back and watched it turn into a pile of shit. And then when Ed Woodward became the most unpopular man in Manchester, people rioted at his house and all of that. I condone behavior like that, but I have to say, he understood that he had to step down from his position. Murtaugh and Arnold, bankers didn't know what they were doing, and here we are, 20 years after. It took them 20 years to realize, and now I don't know if Ineos are trying to fix this, or the main target is to buy a new stadium and build a new stadium, and then maybe one day someone will come in and they will double the money, or if they are willing to stay on, But that's one of my biggest issues. I don't know the intentions of Ineos. I don't know if I can trust them. I know 100% completely I can't trust the Glazers, but I don't know about Ineos. I think the for me now the proof is in the pudding. They're not doing what needed. Amarim said himself after the last game on Old Trafford, the good times are coming. And he said it with conviction. So he must have been told that he was going to get transfers. But when the summer transfer window opened, it took us 8-9 weeks to sign Mbumo, and then we messed around and we signed a couple of players almost on deadline day. So we didn't give him a head start, and we knew after the first terrible season he was struggling, and we didn't give him a midfielder, we didn't give him a wing back. So here we are, a disjointed team. And now the latest report coming out yesterday that Man United are looking for the summer transfer window to do most of their business. But we are struggling right now. So what's it going to be? Are we going to support Ten Hag or not? And this is why I don't know with Ineos, their intentions. What's their intention? Are we going to be great, or are we going to just sit here and have mediocre season after season, and then eventually we have enough money to build a new stadium, and then they will F off and we will be sold to someone.
Who knows? Bart is a anti-United fan on this platform. You want to welcome?
Okay, that's okay. You are behaving, so that's no problem with that.
Jamie has got a question which you'd like answering.
Big up, Jamie.
Why did United hire the best in class and then rip him from Lisbon, even though we had no players to suit his system? We don't know this for sure, Jamie, but the footballing reason is they feared losing him to Manchester City. That was the biggest thing. Now, if you remember, prior to him doing so well in the Champions League, beating City, etc., he was almost ensconced in at West Ham United, and something fell apart. Whether he didn't want to be at Manchester United, whether City promised him a contract when they thought Guardiola was going to leave, whether we just jumped in and made a decision and said, we are going to have you. Erik ten Hag is going. We're going to have you. There is absolutely zero footballing reason, apart from his credentials at Benfica and Sporting Lisbon, to suggest he was ever going to work in the Premier League. As Jarvis pointed out months ago now, the coaching staff is too inexperienced, and Portugal, their Premier League in Portugal is a way uncomplicated league, as complicated the Premier League is. So
what tier are the Portuguese league? Not bashing the Portuguese league, but I think they're not. Are they top 10 in Europe?
They're probably just scraping to the top 10. Now the problem is for us, we have gone in and we have negotiated this deal, planning to sack Ten Hag, and told him that it's now or never. And he deemed Manchester United, quite rightly, to be the jewel in his crown as a football manager, that he felt he couldn't do any better than coming to Manchester United. Didn't want to wait for Real Madrid, didn't want to wait for Barcelona. Manchester United come knocking, he decided to come. And he's made that choice. And we have probably, more than likely, as much as I back all our managers, have chosen the wrong guy, because he's come in at quite an inexperienced level. He's come in with a load of babies to coach. We know who they are, and he's found out what it's like, A, to work for Manchester United, the scrutiny to work for Manchester United, the column inches, the paper talk, the newsworthiness of Manchester United. I don't think he can cope with. And what's needed are two things. A, you move him on, which I'm in agreement with Jarvis, it won't happen. Or B, you tell him that we are going to bring in an experienced Premier League coach to work alongside you and your inexperienced coaches that you bought from Benfica and Sporting Lisbon. You can get away with it in the Portuguese league, but you cannot get away with it in the Premier League. This is
100%. The Premier League is a different beast. I totally agree with what you're saying now.
Yeah. That's the only way to do it, and that's what I would do. So, Jamie, that's my footballing reason where I think Amarim was brought in. I hope that's all right. I've tried to get it across the best way I can. I hope that's okay.
You put it quite eloquently, Stu. So, and I 100% agree. By the way, Jarle Malmin, big up, Jarle. I hope you're well. Coming in and say, well, Strasbourg is beating Palace right now, so there is a chance United can do something. Yeah. On the Palace game, I saw they subbed what's his name? The midfielder, Aaron Hughes.
Sub Hughes.
No, Will Hughes.
Yeah, good player.
I don't know. Do anyone know? Is he injured or could we see another midfielder playing alongside Wharton on Sunday?
I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if Hughes is maybe on the bench, but I like him. He knits them together. He's one of those footballers that's been around for fucking ages, because he doesn't suit it. He doesn't suit it. He's white. Pale white. He just doesn't suit a Premier League footballer. And people just don't think he warrants a position in the Premier League.
And his most famous moment in the Premier League is probably when Casemiro grabbed his collar or whatever happened, the strangling incident.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But as a footballer, as a player that actually gets down and plays football simple and effectively, he's as good as there is.
Palace should focus on winning the Conference League instead of retaining the FA Cup, in my view. Well, I don't know. I think Palace has a good squad. I think they can compete on all ends, and they are actually doing it right now. So we will see on Sunday if this Conference League game on a Thursday night will affect them. But I think it's a mental. It comes from the mentality of the group. I think Glasner gets the best out of these players. And if there are some kind of fatigue and if the players are starting to get tired, or a lot of them get injured, you will probably see it in January, February, not now. We are early on in the season. We are just 12 games in. So that's just my take on it.
There used to be a rule, Jarvis, that if you played on a Thursday, you don't play Sunday lunchtime. You don't play Saturday.
It's 48 hours, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's the minimum.
They're supposed to be playing late Thursday. Should be a Sunday afternoon. But whatever. Yeah. Question, Stu and Jarvis. If you had to swap roles for a day, what is the first thing you would do? And Stu, don't say sing a Rick Astley song in the shower. If we would swap. I'll tell you what I'd do. I'd get in the snowplow. I wouldn't fuck about there. I'd be straight in the fucking snowplow. I'd get my music on and I'd be fucking doing that fucker. Yes, that'd be great. Straight in the
15
snowplow.
hours driving, 15 tons,
singing,
pushing that snow.
Big barrel of Bolfril steaming, Bolfril on the side of me. Yes, I'll be well away.
And you get to wear like your workman's clothes, the yellow things, clothes. And the hard steel toe boots and all of that.
Stuff. I'd feel like a real man.
Yeah, you can feel like a real
man. Real man.
So for me, if I was living with Stu, I would probably go first shortest route to Old Trafford. Have a visit to Man United and look at the stadium and try to catch a game or two. And not just that, I would probably go around and watch lower league games, because I heard that's probably the best thing you can do to get that old English atmosphere that they used to be in the 70s and the 80s. You hardly don't get that anymore in the Premier League.
You don't. There used to be, when I was growing up in particular, you would support a first division club, as if that was then, and people would have a second team. I never had a second team. Never want to have a second team. Never really agreed with it. Don't like the half and half scarves and like stuff like that. But I think that I think going to watch lower league football is a bit different, because you get some massively knowledgeable football fans of that, go and watch League Two football and the Conference League. They're hugely knowledgeable because they know about the players, they know about lower league players and things of that nature. When you go to Old Trafford, I'm sure bar to tell you go to Anfield or wherever, you get your season ticket, get your seat in. All right, mate. Chances are you've got a tourist on the one side, another tourist to the second side, because it's not always the same. You don't have a second team. Well, of course, the mighty Tipton Town, Trev. I apologise. Yes, the mighty Tipton Town. Yes. So I would definitely do that. Jamie's asked another good question.
Okay, cool.
If I can find it, genuinely, we are going to get to the tactics board, guys.
Yes. Don't despair. We are just winging it.
We want to interact with you guys, because we didn't do it on Monday. We didn't get a chance. Stu, be honest. Would you take this job if they offered it to you, knowing in the back of your mind they won't back you? You would have that. Look, it'd be hugely difficult to turn down. If you were offered the chance to go and work at Manchester United, as much as you hated those fuckwits, it'd be really difficult to turn down, purely and simply because we're fans first and foremost. It's not a job for us. It's not calling. It's a hobby. Football's a hobby for all of us. Devilish Tacticos, me and Jarvis, a hobby. So you would do that. Knowing you're going to be back, weren't going to be back, would be difficult. But you would find a way. You would find a way to exist. And this is the problem. Manchester United aren't finding a way to exist at the minute. The players aren't finding a way to exist. All they do is exist in presence on the football pitch, but they don't exist with any personality.
They exist on social media.
Yeah. So, my heart just drags me to it. It's the old,
what I would have done, Stu? I would have hired Roy Keane as my assistant, and I would go in
all guns blazing,
arms swinging. You know, I would slap every one of them over the head and just like tell them to get your act together and start acting like proper footballers. You know, I would throw away every sock that was torn apart with holes in it. You know, because that's you know, football was played for 100 years, and suddenly now you have to cut your socks because of the, you know. Please do me a favor. You know, act like footballers. You know, don't no dilly dally. I would remove all the mirrors in the locker room. You know, for the guys to get them focused on what's really matters. And you know, if we have lost the game, I would have put all of them outside Old Trafford and get them to sign autographs and feel the wrath from the match going fans. You know, I would have forced them. You know, there wouldn't be a way around it. If you didn't do that, fuck off. You don't have even to show up in training next time. You just can rot with the reserves for me. And you know, I think we need to play hardball with these guys, because I think they lived a good life, and they don't know the reality of the fans. They don't know the reality of what football. You know, football has lost its soul. You know, it's all about the money now, social media, and you know, the FIFA and the stars, and you know, young kids, they don't even support football teams anymore. They support players. You know, that's how it becomes. Lamine Yamal, Ronaldo, Messi.
Well, talking about Ronaldo, what about the utter bullshit? The utter bullshit that Ronaldo is now suddenly allowed to play in the World Cup, because he's had 2 of his games suspended with an elbow and a 3-match ban. What the fuck's all that about? The game's gone. So your point is correct. Your point is correct. Somebody's had a word, and Infantino's here. Hey, Trump, probably. Hey, look, I need him. Ronaldo's got to play. He has to play. You know, if Portugal go out in the first group stage, I want him playing all 5 games, not just 3, not just 2. You know, so now it's never been done in the history of football that I can remember. David's Tacticos may be able to confirm that. But a blatant red card, which comes with a 3-match ban, he serves his 1 ban against Armenia or whoever it was, and the other 2 are suspended for 12 months. What the is that about? Sorry, I had to have that rant.
Yeah. You know, it's gone soft. We all know it. Another question coming in. Last question before we go to the tactical board, and we will talk about the game, because you know we are running out of time. So, Jarvis, Stu, do you think all the managers we have had enjoyed their job after 9 months?
Do you think all managers we had it? No, God, no. No, I think they're completely had enough. I think I'm amazed. I think Amarim's wanted to quit more times than we know. I think he's only come out with it 3 times. I think he's wanted to quit probably after the first month. He didn't want to be there.
No, and I think it shows. I think
he'd walk away with 0 fucking compensation. I do. I really do. He's praying. I think Amarim as he gets fired. So
yeah. No worries, Jamie. Thank you.
Pleasure. I like this. I'm all for any cards to be scored off for a tournament. My point being, I guess, is I've never ever heard of it happen before. DJ Superfly guy, and the irony is Ronaldo. They probably would have done it for Messi as well. I'm not a fan of it. The only problem is they've set a huge precedent now. FIFA have, because you know, lawyers will just say, well, you've done it once. You can't, you know. So set a big precedent. But I do like your comment. I do like that. Yeah, it's a good comment.
And now we close the comments for a couple of minutes, and it's time to bring.
I've enjoyed it though. I've enjoyed interacting with the guys.
Yes, it's all about interaction.
Time on Monday. I liked it.
Let me just share the screen. As usual, I will use the predicted lineups. Let's see what I got here. You know, what am I doing? I'm on my Mateta. So okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Here we go. So lineups. Here we go. Lineups, and this is Crystal Palace's predicted lineup. I don't know if you can see it. It's Henderson in goal, Natalia,
Fine.
Italian Klein, Lacroix, and
Italian
Guehi.
Klein. Italian Klein. Nathaniel.
What's his name?
Nathaniel.
Nathaniel.
I like.
Nathaniel.
I bet he prefer Italian Klein.
No, I said Natalia. Okay, sorry.
It
And
sounded like Italian. Sorry,
Mark
man.
Guehi. We have
Yeah.
Munoz, Wharton,
Bastard.
Kamada.
Yeah.
Why is he playing? Why is not? You're missing a guy.
It'll either be him or
Yeah,
it'll be
but Hughes is probably injured then. Okay. Mitchell, Sar, Pino, and Mateta.
Yeah.
Who do you fear the most in this starting lineup?
I fear Guehi, Tyreek Mitchell, Wharton, Munoz, Sarr, Pino, Mateta, Henderson, Klein, Lacorix, or however you pronounce his name. I feel fucking horrible. The thing is, Lacroix. I think it's Lacroix, isn't it? Yeah.
Across.
I think the interesting. I thought Bilal, by the way, I thought Klein's like about 50 years old as well. Been going for years, hasn't he? They're such a tight unit, a well-drilled unit, and they play the pendulum beautiful. They attack as a unit and defend as a unit brilliantly, and that's why they're difficult to break down. The thing about Palace, though, what I have noticed is when they do go on a bad run, they stay on a bad run for 4 to 5 weeks, and then all of a sudden it will re-click back into gear at the business end of the season, and it will get them to where they want to be, whether it's the edge of Europe, or it gets them into an FA Cup final or something along those lines. They have a habit of having a lull and then springing back into action. We know the danger that Wharton provides. We know the danger that Sarr provides. Mateta, Tyreek Mitchell, Gay's a brilliant defender. We know what Munoz provides. It's going to be exceptionally difficult to break them down, to keep them off the ball, and to stop them transitioning the ball, because they're very good at all of that. They keep possession well, they transition well, they tackle hard, good in the air. They've got a decent keeper, whether we like it or not.
Yeah,
you know, it's just the way of the world. It's just the way of the world. He's a decent keeper, and they've got a decent striker. Whether Mateta hits the back of the net or not, chances are Sarr will, Munoz will, and Pino will. So we're gonna have problems coming up against them. I don't think we should face up. The same as I think we should stick 4 at the back and worry Glasner.
Never happen.
No, of course.
Yeah.
Worry Glasner. Oh fuck! What am I going to do now? Hold on, I'm not set up for that. They're too wide. Or we play 4-5-1, but it won't happen.
That's a possibility. I will run through the Glasner tactics. We're just going to have a look on the predicted lineup for Man United. So we have Lamens in goal, Shaw, De Ligt, Yoro, Masraoui, Casemiro, Bruno, Dogu, Ahmad, Mbumo, and Xerxes. So again, I would say, yes, maybe it's the predicted lineup, but if Amarim comes out with this starting 11, I will cry. There's so many holes in this. I would definitely drop Yoro after his performance against Everton. I think that was super poor, and not trying to take a dig at Lenny Yoro. I think he's a brilliant young centre back, but as we know with young players, they need to sit out a couple of games and just take in and absorb what's really going on. Fergie did it all the time with both young Ryan Giggs, David Beckham, and all of these guys. They played a good game and he sat them on the bench for 2 or 3 games, and then he introduced them back into the team. So I think for a young player, it's very important just to be balanced, to level out. After strong, impactful experiences like he had, for example, against Everton. So I think it's up to the manager to protect them, and I think it's so important when you are trying to evolve young players to make them better footballers, because Lenny Euro is not about the next game. It's about the next season and the season after that and the season after that. He has so much time to learn. So let's not kill him right away. Let's try to help him out a little bit. So I would like Lenny Euro to start on the bench, and I would start Mazraoui in the right wide centre back role. And another thing,
I'll be honest, Jarvis, before you go on further, I was hoping for the big slab in the centre.
I don't know if he's injured.
I want a big slab. I'd like to point something out, ladies and gentlemen. It's no coincidence that our defending has worsened since that slab of rock has been injured.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. But since that slab of rock has been injured, we have had problems in defending aerially and scoring aerially, apart from De Ligt, by the way, which I do realise got the equaliser against Tottenham. But that big slab of rock is what's needed away against Crystal Palace. And if he's got an even a small modicum of chance of playing, Jarvis, that big slab goes in for me. But I'm 100% with you. Yoro's got to come out.
Yeah.
So I'm agreeing with you wholeheartedly, mate.
Yes. But this is where I'm challenging Amarim for this game. I think he needs to be brave. He needs to be brave. And a player like Lenny Euro is a player who's not. He shouldn't play this game. I think Mateta, Sar, all of them, the attackers, can actually make it difficult for a young player like Lenny Euro. And also when it comes to the Ahmad in the left 10 or the right 10, I don't like Ahmad in the 10. I don't think it's his right position. He's too weak. He's not strong enough. So that's need to change right away. And when it comes to our Danish friend Patrick Dorgu, I don't know what to do, because we have two guys who are now acting like Dalot and Dalot 2.0. I think both of them look terrible when they're on the pitch. I don't know how to fix this, but I'm actually thinking maybe introducing Leach on the pitch and playing him as left wing back, and he and Luke Shaw can interchange just to do it, because it's obviously not working with Dorgu and Luke and Dalot at the moment. So that's my instant take, and I want to go to this too, and now we can talk tactics, because this is where we thrive.
Well, let me give you my take as well while you're setting that up, right? I agree with you with Yoro. Yoro comes out for me. Ahmad comes out the team for me also. So that's I know people will say, what are you talking about? He's coming out the team for me. I think Cunha's fit, pal. I think Cunha comes in anyway. And I agree with you with Martinez, pal. You know that. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you there. The only reason I'm saying Maguire over Mazzari is purely and simply for Mateta. He will handle Mateta. He will be able to handle him. But if not, and he's injured, I'd like to look at the injury list if we could before we go tonight. Then I think Mazzari is the right place. But I'm agreeing with you wholeheartedly. No place for Dalot, no place for Ahmad, no place for Yoro, and no place for Dorgu.
Yeah, but the thing is, something got to give, after the Everton game. We can't put out the same starting 11. That's not acceptable. It's not about punishing players who didn't perform well. It's about doing what's right for the club. You clearly see the players are not in form, and they didn't show up against Everton. So now it's time to do something. And if it was up to me, I know it's not up to me, but I would also look at players like Bruno and maybe De Ligt. I think there was other players who didn't have a good game. Maybe I wouldn't give Ahmad a chance to start. I would probably find a way to play him.
He's out for me.
Yeah, so I don't know, but we don't have many options when it comes to the wing back positions. That's the main issue.
Would you, hypothetically, it's only hypothetical, pal, would you start? No, not Mbeumo. Would you start Dorgu at right wing back? We've not seen him there.
No, that's
Now,
actually but I think if it's up to Amarim, he would rather start Dallo on the right.
Thank you. I know arguments would say Dorgu would give us a similar performance as he would do at left wing back, but he played right wing back at Lecce.
He did.
That's the only thing I'm saying. But I agree with your team. We know that we don't think. I mean, he might play Leach,
but I don't see Leach starting. But I think he needs to. We need to do something.
But what you're doing is the right thing. You've got to challenge Amarim. We need to challenge Amarim. I would love if Amarim turned around and said, right, Monday morning, fuckers, you're not watching our analysis. You're going to watch the analysis of the fans. I'm going to make you sit through 8 hours of fan channel content and them analysing you. And I want you to take on board exactly what they're saying. And if they call you lazy, I've got some tissues in the corner. You can go and cry, get yourself a little tissue, wipe your little eyes, get your agent to come and help you out, with your eyes and that, get your makeup done after you stop crying. Because these are the guys that are really important. And that's what I'd like him to do. Who's on our injury list then, my old mate?
Yeah, I'm just going to say hi. We have a new guy in the chat. Ilir Shaban coming in the T7K.
Nice.
Hi, I'm from Belgium, Brussels. I'm you. Big up, Brussels, beautiful city, Belgium, lovely country. Yeah. My neighbors are Belgium, so they are such nice people. And what I like with Belgians, they know about at least 10 languages. They speak French, they speak Flemish, they speak English, they speak German, they speak. Some of them speak a little bit of Spanish, Italian. They know their language when it comes to Belgium. So big up.
They speak Swiss as well. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Only joking.
Swiss is almost a dialect of German. So yeah.
Yeah, and French. You got French side and
Italian.
And Italian.
I think they have 4. I think they have. Is it 4 official languages in Switzerland?
There are 4 official languages. Because if you fly into Basel Airport, which is Switzerland, you got to make sure that you don't go into the wrong country. It's ridiculous. They've got I think it borders Germany and France or something like that. It's absolutely ridiculous. No, not Germany and France. Germany and Italy, I think. It's terror. It's ridiculous. Where you have to do. It's so funny. Basel Airport, remember that. Or Basel, if you.
I've been to Zurich.
Have you?
Yeah, Zurich, beautiful. And what impressed me the most by Switzerland is the infrastructure, the roads. There's a lot of. It's amazing. The roads are straight, they are perfect, but they're up in the hills. They build on platforms. They're not following the landscape. It's just platforms, straight rows in between the mountains. For me, around Zurich at least. I don't know the rest of Switzerland, but
if you get caught speeding in Switzerland, be somewhere else. You like to get home.
And do you know one thing, Stu, when it comes to Switzerland? We are getting
we're getting carried away again. Yeah.
But when it comes to Switzerland, you have only one. At least when I was there, the guys we were staying with, they only had one plate, so they had 2 cars, and they had to switch the number plate between the cars. Yes. Because the government only allowed them one plate.
One plate?
Yeah, so if you had 5 cars, you had to change it in between the cars. I think that was very strange, but,
Okay, you won't get that away in England. Jesus. Oh, here's something interesting. Before we go, we will carry on with the tactical board, but...
Yes.
From our Belgian guy, I saw Lamens live. Isn't that good? What people think. People saying he can't pass. All on balls. Interesting to see you've seen him live. Thank you for that. That's superb. Right, tactical board. Sorry.
Yes. First of all, I just want to bring up the injuries. Maguire injured, Cunha head injury doubtful, but there were some updates come out around 7 p.m. about Cunha and he's
likely to play.
He's likely to play because this came out. Matheus Cunha took a serious blow to the head in training in the Everton game. So much on the screen. Why is this here? Okay. I can't even read.
Well, they've changed it, haven't they?
Yeah. So he missed the Everton game and was rested as a precautionary measures. And if everything goes according to the plan with the concussion protocol, then he has a chance of facing Palace. This is according to Ben Jacobs. He was a guest on the United Stand earlier today. I listened into that show, and Ben Jacobs, I like him. He actually is quite good when it comes to
Jarvis, we
bringing-
both know Cunha wanted to play against Everton. We both know.
Yeah.
And protocol stopped him. So I expect him to start.
Yeah, but I expected him to start against Everton too. So
did I. So did I. I expect him to start. What's the injury then? Because is it we're talking groin, we're talking hamstring, calf, what we're talking?
Maguire, yes, a knock. It's just a knock. So I don't know what it is. If
Harry Maguire, you should be watching this channel. It should be like religiously, you should be watching it. You should be, when you go into training tomorrow, you should be talking about what Jarvis Stew, the devilish tacticos, has said. If you've got a knock, run it off. Because that's all my coach, when I was growing up, he used to say to me, "What's up with you? I've got a knock. Run it off. Run it off, Harry. Run it off. We need you. We need you Sunday lunchtime, grappling with Mateta. That's what we need."
You know that old saying, when in doubt, run it off.
Correct. Does it hurt? It won't hurt if you run.
Kick it out.
My old man used to say, "What's up with you? My leg hurts, my arm hurts, or whatever." Well, it won't hurt if you run it off, will it? Get on with you. Go and play. Go and fall over some more. Come back. But anyway, kids.
It was a different time, back then.
Yeah, Jay did mention this, didn't he? I agree with you, Jay, by the way. I always have done. I'm a big Maguire fan.
Stu, I want to go back to the tactical.
Yeah, sorry.
I want to speak a little bit about. First of all, we can go through the Glasner thing because it's very familiar with what we know with Rúben Amorim, because when he came here, it was all about attracting pressure, setting up traps, and then sue ourselves out of the press, with the short, intricate passes and explode directly and then carry the ball. But he reverted and changed his style. This season we have played much more direct long balls, and this is actually what Glasner is doing. He's usually build up from a back three structure. As we know, back three the pivot that's gives them the structure when they play out, and they begin short. They pass between the defenders and centre back, same, and midfielders, same as Rúben Amorim. They invite pressure and then they explode and play it long through their number 10s and the striker. Mateta is a hell of a target man. So we shouldn't be surprised if we see this. So I don't know how Amarim should attack this. Should we go high press, or should we just play in the mid block and wait them out?
I'd play mid block against them, wait them out. I totally agree with you. I think he plays through Gay, he plays through Klein. Klein's very quick with his distribution out to Muniz or into Hughes or whoever is going to be playing alongside Wharton. Where they are good is Sarr and Pino. They're very nice at coming deep, collecting the ball deep, moving it a few yards, pushing it out to Tyreek Mitchell, who we know will just constantly bomb up and down the wing. Klein not so much now, because I think somebody said he must be about 50. He's been around for fucking years, hasn't he, Klein? He's got to be in his
Liverpool, Bournemouth. He played for several clubs, but Munoz, I think he's the attacking threat on the right side.
Munoz is the one. Yeah. So between him and Mitchell, both attacking the diagonal, which I enjoy. Jarvis, I love the diagonal attack, and Hughes and Wharton or whoever is playing alongside Wharton, sweeping up in between. We've got to play mid block, because if we play high press and we allow Muniz out, we allow Mitchell out, we're going to be in real problems.
Yeah. But can you imagine us falling for our own trap? We will try the same as Palace. We'll try to progress and then go sharply long balls or vertical passes, and targeting the striker, and then try to switch to a wing back or wide player, making a run on the opposite side. So there are similarities to this Glasner and Amarim systems.
They've just got better players that are suited to it, and they are suited to it. The problem is these guys are suited to it. So when the ball comes to Tyreek Mitchell, he's feeding it and taking it on his left foot, and he's away. Muniz taken on his right, but can come in and cut in with his left foot. Ahmad takes it with left foot and only uses his left fucking foot. This is the difference between these types of players. And we talk about it all the time. See you later, Bilal. Thank you. I'm entertaining.
Big up, Bilal. Big up. Thank you for the super chat.
And we talk about this all the time. We talk about their ineffectiveness and their inefficiency when they've got the football. Ahmad in particular, so I don't want to see him anywhere near the pitch on Sunday. People won't like it. Well, if you take Ahmad out, what have we got? Well, as proved, nothing. Yeah. We didn't have him with him, and we're not having it. We won't have it without him. Let's get somebody in like Mount and Bumo and Cunha. Maybe try Dorgo on the right. Maybe you've got to suck it up and go with Dallo on the right for balance. Maybe you just got to suck it up and go with Dallo on the right for balance. But we have to do something different. You can't be allowed to get away with that performance that we gave on Monday without zero consequences. Somebody's got to turn around and say, look, if we lost the game 2-0 and he dropped Bruno along with Ahmad, along with a couple of others, I'd have no issues with that whatsoever. Got no problems. No problem.
Neither do I. Bruno need to play in the number 10, not mid. And, if it was up to me, Bruno wouldn't start. Wouldn't start. And, people may think it's because of spite. It's because Bruno didn't perform well. I got to set an example, if I was the manager. But I would simply say I think he's overplayed. I think we finally see the human part of Bruno. Because I don't know if you remember when Mourinho got Matic coming in as the DM. And we relied so heavily on Matic. He was the only proper DM we had, and he was calm on the ball. He was precious. He was so important, shielding the centre backs, and all of this. His job was so vital for this Mourinho system to work. And he got played to death. He played so many games in a row, and suddenly we didn't even recognize Matic. People were so fed up with Matic. He had no legs. He moved like a Zeppelin, or what's it called? He was so slow, turning everything, and then he was out of the team for a long time, and Ollie came in, and Ollie didn't play him for a long time, and suddenly he came back and he looked sharp, he looked matched fit, he was moving faster, and for me, I think now we are seeing, because we could see against Everton, Bruno could hardly run, and for me that's worrying. I think play like Bruno. He's getting older. Maybe he needs to sit out games. He's been on the international break.
About complacency, haven't I? A lot. I talk about complacency a lot, don't I?
Yeah.
When you play your game next weekend or the weekend after, there is no complacency, because you've just about recovered from the last game you played, and that's good for you. And then that'll kill you till Christmas, and then you might just recover for the end of January to play again. But my point being is you hadn't played for 2 years. So there's a difference. When you're consistently, when you walk into training on a Monday morning and you're playing on the Saturday, your level drops. Okay, what anyone says, it does. Because I'm playing anyway. So it doesn't really matter what I do. I'm playing. And I don't like that. Consistency is a real killer. Consistency has to be your pinnacle. You get to consistency because you've worked hard. That's your pinnacle. And you don't drop between that level that you've got. Ronaldo used to talk about it all the time, didn't he? I got to this and I couldn't drop. And as soon as I dropped my level, I didn't do a day's train. I didn't do this. I wasn't at my peak. And I can't perform without my peak. Bruno hasn't performed at his peak for 2 seasons. So I agree with you. Time to come out.
But what did Ancelotti do with or was it Zidane when in the last season of Ronaldo? He didn't play him 2 times a week. Every time there was Champions League games, he sat out the La Liga game.
Ronaldo hated it.
It comes to a stage for every player, you need recovery takes longer. You got an ankle injury.
Yes, I have.
Recovery takes ages the older you get. It's
That's because
just
I'm an
it's
idiot.
how the body works. We are as human being. We come to a stage when we start declining. It's simple. It's nature.
We fall apart. And
Yeah.
you're right about Ronaldo. He hated it, but he's still playing for what Zidane did for him.
Mhm.
And he now recognises what Zidane did for him, and he's been able to keep his career going.
Now we are in the stage where actually Amarim needs to be brave. Maybe we'll get a Bruno tantrum, but who cares?
The Bruno tantrum. Who cares?
Yeah,
who cares?
You sit on the bench. I'm the gaffer. Okay,
you fucking told.
You have the armband, but you are not in charge. I am in charge. This is what Amarim should say.
We've had a lovely super chat by Grace. She deserves the big one. She deserves the fanfare to that.
Yes, and Wally, what are you wearing? The shades.
Oh, I've got to find. I'm going to give Grace the original. She gets the OGs. There you go, Grace. You get the OGs, my darling.
Where do I have it? Where is it? I can't find it.
Grace, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Okay, now I got it.
Okay, it's embarrassing.
1, 2, 3. For you, Grace.
You absolutely, Grace. I'll let you read that one because it's a lovely message.
This is from Grace Sheridan coming in, £2 super chat saying, "Love the channel, guys. Hit the likes, everyone." And I think you should all do as Grace is suggesting. Hit that like. It helps out the channel tremendously. And actually, I hate saying this. Hit the like, smash the like, subscribe, and all of this because I know it annoys you. You hear it all the time, but I think sometimes it helps. We are on we're on 35 likes, so most of you have hit the like. So thank you everybody for the support, and thank you Grace for the super chat. I want to go back to something, the Bruno debate, because we talked about Bruno and what are we going to do about Bruno? Are we playing him again? And how long will it go before Amarim wakes up and see that Bruno is actually on a giant fatigue? If we go on this way, the next thing that will happen is injury. And now we're coming into the AFCONs. We will miss 3 players because of the AFCONs. And if Bruno is out, and I will tell you one more thing, Dorgu is 1 yellow card away from suspension. Same with Casemiro. We could end up in December going into games with no players. We will really struggle. Well, it's an old one. Yala. I have this. It's Ederson because Man United tried to sign him in the summer, and they actually gave a bid to Atalanta for Ederson, and while doing this, we agreed personal terms. So the terms are already agreed, but Atalanta backed out of the deal, as far as I know. So we are again now trying to pursue Ederson, and I mentioned it in the beginning. Let me find it. Give me 2 seconds. Here we are. So Manchester United have become a probable destination for Ederson, and there is an expectation that conversation between the club and the player will resume soon. And United's interest in Ederson is old and almost agreed a deal in June to 2025, so last summer. And the text also says, I didn't bring up all the text that Man United agreed a deal, but Atalanta drew out of the deal. So, but we are trying to pursue Ederson yet again. Ederson, great player. What I can see, I think he will fit this Amarim system. My only worry is he isn't Premier League proven, and signing players from Serie A is usually not a good idea. So if it was me, I would back out of the Ederson deal. Or maybe he comes in as the 3rd midfielder signing in the summer, but then I can accept it. But I think we need 2 Premier League proven players to come in. Yeah,
me too. Lovely message from Ili Sharaban, or however you pronounce it. Apologies if I butchered your name. I butcher names on this channel. I'm already loving this channel. You are great. Thank you so much. That's absolutely brilliant. We really appreciate that one.
Double L. How do you actually pronounce double L?
Flint.
Double L.
In Welsh.
Lir Shaban.
In Welsh, it'd be
Shaban.
But I don't think
Shaban.
that is.
Sorry, I'm probably slating your name. I'm just trying to learn.
Trev giving, I've got a message on my watch. I know, ridiculous. When I was growing up, messages where I used to run to the phone because I used to think it was me. All those years ago when we were children, we used to run to the phone. It's for me. It's for me. It's for me. It's not. It's for your dad. Oh, bollocks. Dad, it's for you. Nowadays, you don't have to. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Trevor asked us an interesting question actually about AI. We'll answer that in a bit, Trev. But we will answer it, mate.
Okay, it's a capital I, says Stephanie. Okay, so it's Irish Shaban. I'm useless. Sorry, I'm Norwegian.
Paul, thanks, mate. Yeah, learning from two clowns, pal. Learning from two clowns.
At least we keep it light-hearted.
Jay thinks that he's read somewhere that Ederson was on his way to Bayern due to Kimmich leaving. I haven't seen much today, to be honest, guys, so I don't know about that.
You know, what I've learned so far by following the transfer market very closely now for at least 2 years is stuff like this. You know, when usually a player has been cold for so long and suddenly it just pops out, Ederson interested in Man United, and then bring up old stuff and repost it again. It's most likely nothing. So it's a nothing news, and it doesn't have enough traction for actually be mentioned. I don't think we will sign Ederson. I think everything is about Elliot Anderson and Baleba at the moment. Of course, João Gomez if he comes in.
João Gomez. So apparently we've done a deal for João Gomez anyway, haven't we?
Yeah.
I know Pino's rapid, isn't he? Yeah, very, very quick. He is going to cause. He'll wipe the floor with Dalot. He'll wipe the floor with Ahmad. He'll wipe the floor with everybody except Dorgu, to be brutally honest with you, for pace. Dorgu's the only one that can match him pace-wise.
But Stu, I wasn't done when we brought up the super chat from Grace. Thank you again, Grace. The Bruno thing, what should Amarim do? Because he's depending on Bruno. He's built his team around Bruno, and at least in my eyes, he looks fatigued. I think his legs looks really heavy. He can't even run, and for me, that's a worrying sign because I've seen this before in other footballers. Bruno has been some kind of Superman. He has had the ability to play game after game after game, pushing 6,000 minutes a season, and that's almost unhuman. And but as I said, he's getting older. So what should Amarim actually do? It's one thing benching Bruno, but what's the options? Do we put in Mainu? Do we play Ugarte?
Look, I don't think you can play Ugarte. I agree with you. But Bruno also has got to look at himself and change his game and adapt. Many a footballer has adapted to decline. Many a footballer has done it. Rodri is really struggling. He's not the same Rodri anymore. The Rodri of 2 years ago, with his unfortunate injury, is gone. He's done. He's dusted. Such a shame because he was a magnificent footballer. I think it's safe to say that Leach is the same. He will never be the Leacher that signed for us. He's had 2 or 3 bad injuries. He's never going to become that player that we want him to be. And Rodri had such a bad injury. He's then had niggles ever since. And I remember saying to you at the time, Rodri will never come back the same because it can't happen. It can't work. Your body can't adjust. So I think Bruno has been lucky in his career because he's been relatively injury-free. I mean, I can't think of a time where we lost him for 6 months due to a large injury. I mean, the guys will tell us, but I don't think there is. But he's not adapting to his current surroundings. He's not adapting to the current system. And he's not adapting, or he doesn't want to adapt to keep longevity in his career. I thought we should take the money, the 100 mil in the summer.
We should have, yeah.
Said
And
goodbye
that's
to
not even hindsight. We said it right away.
Yeah, there would have been uproar. The fan base would have absolutely gone into meltdown. Biggest mistake ever, blah, 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 blah. But if you invest well, and then, you know, you invest in people, you invest in everything, you know, the whole group as a whole, by bringing in workaholic players. I'm talking workaholic players, you know, and I'm talking the likes of Lukic from Fulham as a workaholic footballer, Declan Rice, workaholic. You know, telling himself he's playing the best football of his career at the moment, and he's doing it by himself. And it, you know, people are worried about Declan Rice burnout, but he's playing the best football of his career. He'll want that to continue. But there are certain players, special players, will adapt to decline, and Bruno doesn't seem to want to adapt to decline, or can't adapt to decline. But he is in decline, and we need to look. I would play Mount in Bruno's position.
Yeah.
If it was me, that's what I would do. And I would then make a decision with just two, actually, up front. I just play your Mbumo and your Cunha, and then work behind to strengthen.
It's almost like a 4-4-2 or...
Correct.
Yeah,
yeah, it would be a 4-4-2, actually, but you might not set it up as a 4-4-2. And then build behind to absolutely stifle Palace in the middle and don't allow the outlet to Pino and Munoz out on the wings. And what's his name? The left wing back. Mitchell.
Mitchell. Yeah, Tarek. Yeah.
Stop those. And if you can do that, you'll stop Palace.
Yeah.
But he won't do it anyway. So, you know, we're just wasting our breath. We are. And we know the good part is we know we're wasting our breath on that one, don't we, pal?
We deserve better. Big up. Comes in and says, Stu Jarvis, are you aware Bruno has a release clause of £57 million that can be activated in the summer of 2026 by clubs outside the Premier League? Yes, there were some rumors coming out. I saw even BBC reporting it, Team Talk, The Sun, a lot of dodgy sources, but I don't know what's the original source for this one. There was a lot of Transfer News Live and all of that Sky Sport, Paper Talk, transfer gossips. So it's apparently 56.68 million is available for foreign clubs. You know, I think if there are clubs coming in for him and willing to pay £57 million, I think we should go for it. You know, I'm a happy camper. You know, I think I see.
It's not happening. You're not getting 57 million for Bruno.
You think it's a little bit too much?
Too steep. Yeah, it's too steep. Not current full.
Yeah, it would be Saudi then coming in, 60 million bid or something.
Yeah, that anyone's stupid enough to pay 60 million quid for him. You're not getting that, surely.
Yeah, but you know, he could do a job in the Saudi league. You know, it's a slow league, it's low level.
Yeah, Yala was saying, I think it was Yala saying that we could get Edison in January for as little as 30 million.
Okay.
It just doesn't stack.
Bayern are sniffing around. Bruno.
Well, go for it then. Go for it. I mean, look, if you can get 57 million, go for it. Please, just take it. Just take it.
And that's a nice.
We're talking about Bruno, though, isn't it? It's a shame, isn't it? A shame we're talking about him in that, because of what he did when he first came to the club and how he transformed.
Bruno is a fantastic player, but you know, playing him in a double pivot in a 3-4-3 system is not his right role. You know, we are wasting his talents. That's the problem. But it was a nice segue, Yala. You mentioning
it's
Bayern, because this came out. You know, just in Man United are keeping a close eye on Michael Olise. He has 19 goal contributions in 19 games this season and could leave the club for around 130 to 140 million pounds. Okay. I have to mention it, but I don't believe it.
There was a spell check in there. What it meant was not close eye, it meant glass eye. So we sent a glass eye into his dressing room. We put it on his shirt because that's the closest you're going to get to a fucking eye on Michael Olise. Jesus, fuck. Come on. It doesn't wind you up, does it? Jarvis, close your eyes for a minute. Hold on one sec. Let me see if I can make it. Let me see if I can make a rumor up here, shall we? Yeah, crikey. Exactly. Oh, Harry Kane's grand's just come on the phone. She's saying, look, he wants to go to Man United. Man United can put a bid of 10 million quid in it and he will push a move through. I'll put that on X tomorrow, see what happens. Fucking clowns. Fucking. You haven't got a hope in hell. I mean, fucking, not even just us. Real Madrid go knocking on his door, on Bayern's door. They're going, what? Oh, go away.
Nine.
Exactly. Although I think judging on last night's performance, it looks like our good old friends. What's his name? The Bayern keeper. Oh dear, he's had his day anyway, hasn't he?
Yes. Yeah. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
I can't even. Yeah,
he came out a couple of times. He was terrible, wasn't he?
Yeah. But it is what it is. It was a rumor. I just had to mention.
Funny. It is funny.
Jale brought up. It's on you, Jale. That's why we brought.
We can't do the Daily Jackson anymore. We do the Daily Olise.
Daily Olise, yes. Well, I would love a player like Olise. We were actually linked to him heavily right before Bayern signed him, and he was one of the players Ten Hag wanted to bring in, but Murtog and the other guy Arno couldn't.
Didn't rate him, I heard. Didn't rate him, I heard. Don't rate him. It's rubbish.
Terrible player. Terrible. Yeah.
We want Harry Maguire playing on the wing. Come on, Harry.
Neuer, the goalkeeper.
Neuer. Yeah. He was fucking woeful last night. He was abysmal. So.
And Stephanie comes in with some breaking news. Breaking news: Harry Maguire signs for Tipton Town, replacing Stu.
Crikey.
Boy.
I heard rumours. I was like, oh my god, Rushmano's just popped in with 20. Hold on, Steph. I did hear the gaffer has called me into the office Saturday morning, so I could have problems there, Steph.
Okay.
Let me get this up.
We need to play a little jingle for 20 memberships. That's worth a jingle.
It's on the masses.
We can do
have
this.
You got
it? This one.
What you need for that is a big
yes,
a big volcano fucking erupting Mount Vesuvius. Tactical Devils. We need a Rushmano.
Yes,
we're naming a volcano after Rushmano because he always explodes out of nowhere.
Are we going to read out all the names? There's so many names. I can do the first 10 and you can do the last.
I'm so excited. Okay. Yeah, I need to get
okay, I'm starting. The new members coming in is Gary C. Big up, Gary. We have Ronnie. We have Sebastian, MUFC coming in. We have DC. Big up, DC. Haven't seen you in a while. We have Tony. Tony.
Tony.
I like
that one.
So, yeah, that was a good one. He who dares Dell. He who dares Adele. Big up Musi, not Brett May, so it's not Brett May, and Mark C. So you can do the rest too. We are on Revolutionary.
Yeah, Revolutionary Pop. Absolutely welcome. Touchline Facts. Welcome.
Big up Touchline. Big up. Thank you for the raid the other day. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, MCD 3000. 1978, the Maca. Bart M3E36.
Big up, Bart.
Bart me 3. I would say that is. King Eric is also a member. I think that's it. Is that correct?
King Eric.
Oh, you didn't. You missed out. You missed out. Faith 5405.
I did.
Yes, Cody Brown, Volps, Soccer Junkie, and Be Cool.
Ooh, big up, big up.
Yeah, and you started with Gary, didn't you?
Yeah, I started with Gary.
Yeah, so
on a couple of them.
Yeah, so you missed out on Faith, Cody Brown, Volps, Delight for Volps, Soccer Junkie, and Be Cool. Delight for you all. Welcome all.
And guys and girls, if you didn't receive a membership, maybe it's because you haven't opened up on YouTube for receiving gifts. So maybe you have to go to your settings and change that if you want to be a member of the Tactical Devils, Devilish Tacticos.
He needs
I'm
to come
so angry
into,
as always
come
to
into
my two
Jarvis
kids.
Stu's
Don't want
corner.
to support United, Real Madrid, and I don't buy them any Real Madrid shirts. No chance. Well, tough luck. That's a tough one. That's a tough nut to swallow. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? But it's still not over. You can try to convince them as much as you can. And probably the best way is to take them to Old Trafford if you have the opportunity.
I think, Jarvis, the best way is to watch us.
Yeah,
the best way is to watch two old nerds talk about football, talk about the club that we love, and we are old. Talk about the club that we love. And there is a story that I got tucked away, which even I can't even bring myself to talk about. But I will tell you this: my son Jake, who is now 24, 25 in January, was not always a Manchester United fan. I had to do some twisting with the tiddler. Yes. But I can't bring myself to tell you any more than that. But I did get it done, and he now uses my season ticket. We've had a season ticket in the family for 31 years, and he uses our ticket.
This
lovely
to
share that with us.
Lovely, big up, Il Basham. Yeah. There were a chat here from Obi Corps coming in and say this channel needs a Rush Mono emoji.
Good call.
I talked about it. I always forget. Jay, please do me a favor after the show or tomorrow. Send me a message on Telegram and remind me if you can. And I will do you one better when it comes to Rush Mono. Where was I? Here. I want you guys to, if you have X, go to X and subscribe to Rush Mono's X channel. It's a transfer channel. All Man United transfer news as it breaks. Love United, hate the Glazers, players in and out. So this is the place to be. 7,200 followers. It's a big channel. Guys, go subscribe to this one and put on that bell so we always get the latest Man United transfers. So go to Transfers MUFC.
And he's got a question, a member's question, Jarvis.
Yes.
We did touch on this a little earlier, Rushmana, but I'm going to hand this one over to my old mate because you're in a brilliant position because you love Bodø Glimt, but you also love Tromsø.
I do. Can a football fan support two clubs? Yeah, I can. Obviously, I can. But for me, I don't follow the Norwegian Premier League too closely when it comes to this. Sometimes I watch a game, a half, something. But when it comes to this, it's more about being proud of the North, and they're both from the North. It's like just being, can you support both Sunderland and Newcastle at the same time? If you're a really proud Northerner.
Whoa. Can you what?
I'm just asking the question. Can you?
Sorry, did I hear you right? And I have some experience on this.
Okay.
Did I hear you right? Did you say if you are a Newcastle supporter, can you support Newcastle and Sunderland at the same time?
Yes.
I would like to say no.
Ask the question.
Yes, I would like to say no to that, and I'll tell you why. Years and years ago, many years ago, we were out in Newcastle for a friend's stag do. Anyway, we had loads of beer. We'd been out all day. We had loads of beer. We went over to Gateshead, and I mentioned, we're still in Newcastle. I got punched because apparently in Gateshead, you're not in Newcastle. So bearing in mind, I got punched for saying I was in Newcastle and I was in Gateshead, which is a small fucking bridge, by the way, it separates the two. And so we've gone to KFC, right? And we're queuing in and we're talking away. And a load of Newcastle fans came in and said, "Oh, where are you lot from?" And I stupidly said Sunderland. And that's kind of the last thing I remember. That's all I can say. So in answer to your question, Jarvis, on that one, no. Definitely not. And I'm sorry I'm leaning down, but I'm going through the itching phase on my ankle. It's itching like mad. It's just started. Which means
but you know why? The blood circulation starts again. It's like Yeah. And by the way, Jay put out the link to Rosmano's channel. So if you are on X,
Lovely.
press
Yes,
that
please.
link and follow Rosmano on Transfers MUFC. Great channel. And I get a lot of the breaking news from
We've
his.
got an old man. We've got another old man in the chat, Jarvis.
Big
Well
up,
done.
big up.
Big up.
40
Big up.
years.
I'm on 50 years. I'm on 50 years, my old mate. Jarvis is, you've got to be 43, haven't you, pal?
I'm about around 40 years, I would say, around 40 years. Yeah.
Oh,
Let's say
yeah.
87, I started following Man United. So
Trev?
how many years is that?
Oh, it's probably about 40 years, 41 years, isn't it? Something like that.
Yeah.
Trev, if the size of my itchy third leg, and it is down here. You are correct, pal. So you're joking. Anyway, moving on. Anything that stops you if you go and wash your ankle with soap and water, yeah. I know it's killing me now. It's driving me nuts now, Yala. Absolutely driving me up the wall. So,
cortisone. Don't you have
yes.
cortisone?
As soon as we finished here, I've got some. As soon as we finished here, I'm gonna soak it in some water and get some. It's driving me nuts now. Absolutely.
Maybe it's time to wrap up the show. We have gone 1 hour 45 minutes. But we need to just finish the Crystal Palace thing, and then I think we will be gone. Sorry.
I was he's old school. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Can you give us a nickname for you, please, my old mates? We're butchering your name.
I'll call you Shaban. That's this.
I'll call you Shaban as well.
Yeah, Shaban. Big up, Shaban. Big up.
Sorry, we deserve better. This is supposed to be a family show. Get a job. No, I've heard that. Yeah, I've heard that as well.
Okay.
But apparently, it's better for a jellyfish bite. Apparently, it was jellyfish sting.
Yes, jellyfish bite. We all saw that Friends episode. The sitcom Friends. I think, or was it Seinfeld?
No, Friends.
It was Friends. Joey and Chandler.
Jay clearly is still a tiddler at 37. Good night. We'll celebrate your 40th.
Wow, 37. I still play the game at 37. So yeah.
Oh, Shaban's good.
Yeah, I just say Shaban. Big up, Shaban. Big up. I want to finish the Crystal Palace thing. What's your prediction for the game?
Trev's just made me laugh. Sorry. I'm sorry, guys. Two things will happen. We'll either get beaten comfortably 2-0, or we'll somehow,
okay,
win 1-0.
Under the rainbow.
I'll go with that. It's somewhere over, but somehow under.
No,
somewhere under the rainbow might be with it. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go with, we're going to steal it 1-0.
Okay.
And it will be a penalty kick. And it will be a
penalty
kick.
And Bruno will score.
But I'm banking on Maguire. I know Yala said Maguire
ain't back till
the 7th of December. But I'm banking on the big man, the big slab head, dusting his cobwebs off. I'm ready. Strap me up. Get me out there. And Cunha starting. If not, I think we could go down 2-0. So I'm going to go 1-0 at penalty.
Okay. I will do a much more realistic prediction.
Lucky guy, legend. Jamie, you
big up, Jamie. Big up.
There you go.
Big up. Well, my prediction is I'm gonna be a little bit more realistic. I think we will struggle. I think we will lose the game. It's not what I'm hoping, but I think we will lose the game. I think Mateta will be too strong. I think Wharton will be too strong. I think we will lose the midfield battle. I think we will lose because we have poor wingbacks. I think Munoz looks fantastic. And I think they have better players than us. And I say 2-0 Palace.
Using Trev's comment.
Sorry guys, but I'm hoping we are winning the game. Oh my god, I'm hoping we will win the game. But I think we are in a place now where we are so the confidence is so thin. Even we went on a 5-game unbeaten run. I can't see us winning this game. I can't see us winning this game. I think we will struggle now. Yeah.
Well, no, come 2 o'clock on Sunday. Jamie, you're a legend, mate. You've cheered me up immensely tonight. Trev, you've cheered us all up. Shaban, you've been a brilliant come to the channel. Thank you so much. Turn your notification bells on. We'll be back on Sunday. Now, timing-wise, is going to be a problem because I'm not going to be around till the evening. So Jarvis might go. I'm just saying he might do a show after. I don't know.
I'm going out Saturday night, so maybe.
Oh God! Here we go.
I will manage to get myself up for the game. That's just.
If you don't know, Jarvis is called 7-Eleven because he's open 24 hours a day. And when he goes out hard.
Yes.
7 till 7. We can't go 7 till 7. You have to go 7-Eleven.
Luckily for me, the local bar closes 1 a.m. So won't be an all night.
What are you going to do for the rest of the night? You'll be going 1 a.m. Bloody hell! I'm going to do a bit of ploughing.
It's always the Nashville. You know what Nashville is?
No.
No, the after party.
It's an after party, is it? Nashville.
Yeah. We call it in Norway. We call it Nashville, but it's come from German. Nachspiel.
Nachspiel. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
So we're out. The Sexy Six, the fabled Sexy Six, I might add. We're going for our Christmas bash a week on Saturday. So, so if there is a game. A week on Saturday, Jarvis, I will not be there because we're going out at lunchtime and I won't be back. I'm going to do a Jarvis Cocker all-nighter. I'm going to be. I might tune in. Wank it. Why not? Why not? The sexiest.
With your tie around your head.
Tie around, drooling. Yeah, pathetic. Yeah, get the old chicken wings out as well.
Yeah. So what did the other guys say about the score predictions?
2-2. I think Yarla says 2-2. Sorry, Yarla says 1-1 after watching.
Yeah, this one from Shaban 2-0, and let me just scroll. We are winning 2-1. Palace 2-2. We deserve better. And what else?
Potential score there. 2-2.
2-2. Yeah. Anything can happen. You never know who shows up.
To be fair, Trev, I turned her down. She messaged me on she slid into my DMs on X. I said, "Come on, love, come on, you shouldn't be anywhere near my DMs." I had to block her, Trev. Shocking, I know, but I had to block her. It is. Shabam, you are also a legend. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Not Brett May. Big up, not Brett May. You just received a membership from Russia. Yes. Big up.
Yes. We're wrapping up now, pal.
Yes,
but we are back Sunday. Just keep an eye out for the times, please, on Sunday, because it's not looking good for either me and Jarvis at this point.
Well, I think we will do a late one. Maybe, I don't know, the other games
maybe
on.
7 o'clock.
So 7 o'clock.
Jarvis will be like this. He'll be like, yeah, hold on.
Nah, I will be up for it. I will still be going.
Is it consummate G? It would be great if we came on the stream and you're fucking still pissed.
No. I gotta go to work on Sunday. So it will be a white Sunday. I promise you. White Sunday.
White Sunday.
5-0 United. Big up. It's the mercenary. Yeah. Big up.
There's no offense.
Alvarado. No, that's what's your name again?
There's no offense there because a lot of people have said that.
I also predicted a Palace win 2-0, so
Yeah. So don't worry about
that. Yes. Okay, guys.
That'd be quite good, wouldn't it? 2 empty chairs. 2 empty chairs and a pair of shades on the back of each. That'd be funny as fuck. That one. Oh,
Well,
dear.
you have to live life, and I think when you come to an age like Stu and I are, I'm 48 now, Stu is 55. You gotta live. We're not gonna stay here forever. So when you have the chance to enjoy yourself, you do that. That's just the way it is.
It is absolutely.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay,
Nice.
guys.
Done it, mate.
It's
Done
time
it.
to wrap it up. I'm just gonna see if there's any news I can just share before we leave. Yes, I shared that Casemiro and Patrick Dorgu is just one yellow away.
Yeah.
And Nicky Butt apparently said that it's scary that Kobe Mainu don't get any playing time, and that if he played for Crystal Palace, Man United would go in and buy him for 60 to 7 millions guaranteed. So that's a talking point, but we never had the time to discuss it. And they're apparently Josh Xerxes is Roma is aiming against Josh Xerxes for a loan deal, but the problem is United need to bring in a striker, so everything depends on United's business. So if we are not signing any strikers, Xerxes will stay either way, because it's not up to Xerxes, it's up to the club, and we need squad depth, and that's just the way it is. So guys, that was the latest news. Looking forward. Stu, when are we going to do a call-in show?
Yeah, so we're going to definitely do one around Christmas. So 100% stay tuned for that. Now, I'm going to be moving over the next few days. I still will be around, but I might be a bit hit and miss. Jarvis is away, and we've spoken about it. So, but we do want to do a call-in show because we had a great time. But we need to give you guys a week's notice on when we're going to do it, so it's coming because of the issues that we're having with. So just keep an eye out on that, guys. But we'll try and aim for one at least potentially next week, or definitely mid-December, and then we'll do a Christmas show.
Yeah.
Now, don't forget, guys, we play Boxing Night. Now, as family men, it might be difficult for me and Jarvis to do a show actually on Boxing Night as family men, because Jarvis has got his.
I will probably anyway do a reaction, but not a regular show with you and me, but maybe we will do the day after, the full breakdown. But I will do maybe a 30-minute reaction.
Yeah, I know myself. For me, it's likely to be. I'll be hanging from the Christmas tree probably. Yeah. But anyway, we'll see what we can do. But we do have an anniversary coming up, so
11th of December. Yeah, that's a 1-year anniversary.
On that day, we're going to do a live show that day. We have decided whatever day that is. I just hope it's not a Wednesday.
Maybe we will do the call-in show on the 1 year.
Do that on the anniversary. Yeah.
That will be a Thursday. So yeah, that would be great. Perfect.
What was the poll outcome?
The poll was 47 votes. Are we winning this one? And only 32% of you said absolutely yes, and 68% of you said no chance. So, maybe we are representative of the poll. I thought we were going to lose 2-0, and Stu predicted a cheeky 1-0 win. Yes, a cheeky 1-0. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We are on 44 likes. Please do us a favor, smash the like, subscribe if this is your first time on the Tactical Devils. Press that bell so you will get notifications. And afterwards, when YouTube has processed the stream and it becomes a video, you can actually go in and hype the video also. That also helps. So there's a lot of things you could do, but mainly, you don't have to. All I ask you to do is stay here, watch the show, and then I will be happy. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in.
Big thank you to Rushmano for the brilliant 20 gifted memberships. Bilal and Grace Sheridan, you two are legends. You constantly gift us super chats. It makes a big difference to our little channel. Thank you to all the new members. Lucky enough to have members from Rushmano. You're always welcome. Thanks to Bart, who's a Liverpool fan who came in today. Again, you're always welcome to come on if you're still in the chat. And just everybody, Rushmano again, Hussein, Trev and Jamie have kept me entertained all night, the pair of you. Absolute legends. Jay, as always, absolute brilliant mod. DJ Superfly guy. The list is endless.
Yes, Hussein, Shabazz, Trevor, all of you legends, Jamie, Wayne, all of you. Thank you for tuning in, and we will see you on the next one. So everybody have a good night, and we will see you on Sunday.
Sunday.
Yes. I was going to say Saturday, but it was
because you're getting pissed.
Yeah. Okay. Have a good one. Bye bye.